Hello and welcome to the channel. This video is to share the work I did to restore and service the beautiful vintage Seiko Lordmatic watch. The case is in square shape and the bracelet is self-adjustable, but it's not original. The complete model is 5606-5120. It was designed and made by Silva Company, which was one of the two Seiko manufacturers. Another one was Daini. The movement belongs to the 56 series, which was manufactured from 1968 to 1965. This particular watch was built in 1973. The Lordmatic line was built to replace the Seiko Lordmatic line and became the basis for King and Grand Seiko architectures. It looks like the watch is alive and running. Let's check if the day and date complications work. And yes, they are totally functional, despite I worried that they are not. The thing is that there is a common issue in this model when the part controlling these functions fails after some time because it was made from plastic. I'll talk more about it when we will see the part inside the movement. It has a pretty bright green dial and gold tone applied time indices, as well as hour, minute and seconds hands. There is a window at 3 o'clock position to display day of the week and date of the month. The acrylic crystal has a faceted style and makes watch to look very attractive. It has many surfaces on the crystal and it will be need to be polished. Hands are in good control by stem, and the date and day are changing at midnight point. Okay, I start the total disassembling by detaching the bracelet from the case, removing the spring bars. The way of opening the case is unusual and needs some leverage to release two internal flat springs. The movement is held inside the case and they go out together from the upper part, that it looks like a bezel. Dirt is everywhere and there is a lot of it. I can guess that this watch did not see a service for a long time, if not no service at all. I want to remove the most of dirt before taking off the crystal, so dial would be preserved. And there is more. Finally, I can lift the crystal. As I said, it doesn't look clean, so restoration is ahead. The dial is very beautiful, with bright green and gold tone colors. Removing the crystal gasket, it is in a very good condition and I can probably use it again. A little bit more of cleaning. Now removing the stem after pressing on the dimple of the setting lever and removing the movement from the case. Time to remove the hands. Hands are in very clean condition, but they are not luminous. To remove the dial, I need to unscrew two screws holding it. They are both on the sides of the movement. The number on the back of the dial tells if the dial is original, and it is, because these numbers exactly match the numbers on the watch serial number, which starts with 34 as well. Let's see what time grapher shows. The amplitude is very low, bit error is too big, and the graph itself is not pretty. The watch definitely needs a full service. Starting movement disassembling by taking off the oscillating weight held by one screw. I remove the cap jewel from balance assembly and clean them in IPA separately from other parts. Now removing the balance assembly held by one screw. Now removing screws for the reversal idler bolt and releasing the bolt. I'll put back some screws that I can forget where they go to, so it will be easier to do assembling later on. This is a first reversal idler in automatic part of the movement. Now releasing the mainspring power so I can safely continue disassembling. Ratchet wheel goes next. It's held by one screw, as usual. There is a part that combines click and the click spring, and it can jump out of its place very easily. Seiko calls this part just click. Now removing three screws holding the mainspring barrel and the train wheel bridge. Lifting up the bridge, it is in pretty clean condition. Removing sweep second wheel followed by a large driving wheel, which has a cannon pinion, and this is different design than in most other watches. Now the third wheel, followed by the escape wheel. This is a differential wheel, which is part of automatic work, and this is the second reversal idler, the mainspring barrel. And here is a second setting lever. It should have associated spring, which is definitely missing here. I remove the screw holding this second setting lever. Removing pallet fork bridge, it held by just one screw. Inspecting the pallet fork. It looks good and healthy, just needs some cleaning. Putting back the screw, and it is the end of disassembling the train side of the movement. Flip over to the dial side. The snap for the Daystar and dial disc was put upside down, so I need to use a special tool, just a knife, to lift it up. This finding tells me that the watch was touched by someone else before. Removing the day dial guard held by one screw, and removing two small screws holding the day jumper, which at the same time serves as the date dial guard. Taking off the date dial. Now removing screw holding the day finger and the date driving wheel. This is a small intermediate date wheel. Removing the intermediate wheel for day correction. then the hour wheel. This is the end of the calendar mechanism disassembly. Now starting to disassemble the setting mechanism, first removing the minute wheel bridge held by 2 screws. Now lifting the date corrector wheel rocker. This is the point of our close attention. There is a plastic gear I talked in the beginning that can fail over a long time. And because this is a vintage movement, many of them has the failure issue. I'll show how this could be fixed in a separate video when I will service the same movement but having this issue. Stay tuned. I just returning screws to their locations to better remember where they go to. Removing screw for date corrector wheel, rocking lever and the lever itself. Now removing the screw holding 2 parts, date corrector wheel rocking lever spring and yoke spring. This is the first part I mentioned, and this is the yoke spring. The date jumper, removing the setting spring screw and the setting lever spring. This is the setting lever wheel complete and the spring for it. The setting lever, it got some rust. The setting lever axle, the yoke and the clutch wheel with the winding pinion. This is yet another spring, very thin and able to disappear in the desperate jump. Now removing the cap jewel from this side of the main plate. And this ends the disassembling of most part of the movement. But there is the train bridge with some components left untouched yet, and I will disassemble it now. Removing the transmission wheel bridge held by 2 small screws and transmission wheel. There is another part that cannot be separated from the bridge by design. It's a crown wheel. Now I need to open the mainspring barrel and remove the mainspring for inspecting and cleaning. And now I started the pre-cleaning in preparation for the final cleaning in the ultrasonic machine. And finally, all parts go inside the cleaning machine, and this is the end of the first part of the video. Thanks for watching. As always, subscriptions, likes and comments are welcome. And until next video, goodbye.